The Chemistry of Tears, 2012, a novel by Australian author Peter Carey, weaves together two parallel narratives set in distinct historical periods. The first follows Catherine Gehrig, an art restorer and horologist, as she navigates her grief after the sudden death of her longtime lover, Matthew Tyndall. In an effort to cope, she immerses herself in restoring a complex automaton. The second story takes place in the mid-18th century and focuses on Henry Brandling, a grieving father who commissions the creation of the automaton while dealing with the slow death of his son, Percy, from an incurable disease. As both stories unfold, the novel explores the interplay between technology's potential to benefit humanity and its destructive impact on the world. Catherine works as a conservator and horologist at the Swinburne Museum in London. With a family legacy of clockmaking, she has been immersed in the mechanics of timepieces since childhood, even able to recognize the angle of Whitworth screw threads by the age of 10. For the past 13 years, Catherine has been secretly involved with Matthew, the museum's metallurgical conservator. Despite Matthew's troubled marriage, where his wife frequently cheated on him but refused to divorce, their relationship remained a private solace until Matthew dies unexpectedly of a heart attack. Overcome by grief, Catherine initially retreats into isolation, numbing her pain with alcohol. However, her mourning becomes somewhat more public when her close friends learn of her affair. One such friend is her boss, Eric Croft, who, understanding her need for solitude, arranges for her to work in isolation at the museum's Olympia Annex. There, Catherine is tasked with restoring and assembling a newly acquired automaton, which she initially believes to be a simple mechanical toy, perhaps a monkey or a duck similar to the famous silver swan at the Bose Museum. As she works on the intricate machine, Catherine becomes consumed by it, finding solace in the precise mechanics. During her restoration, she discovers a set of notebooks from 1854, which reveal the diary of Henry Brandling, the original commissioner of the automaton. The narrative then shifts to Henry's story. Henry is married to Hermione, a difficult woman, and they have a young son, Percy, who is suffering from a terminal illness. When doctors give up hope after all treatments fail, Henry decides to bring some joy to Percy's remaining time by commissioning the creation of an incredibly detailed and lifelike mechanical toy. The story delves into Henry's emotional journey as he seeks to alleviate his son's suffering through the beauty of technology, setting the stage for the interconnectedness of these two stories, one of personal loss, the other of a father's desperate attempt to hold on to his son's fleeting happiness. Henry becomes obsessively determined to find the perfect craftsman to design and build the automaton of his dreams, believing it might even heal his dying son, Percy. His search leads him to Germany, to the Black Forest, where he finds Sumper, a crude and unpleasant man who is the only one skilled enough to create such a complex machine. Sumper is assisted by Carl, a peculiar child who conducts electricity experiments on live animals, and a French silversmith named Arnaud. While working together, Sumper recounts the tale of his mentor, the brilliant Albert Cruikshank. After losing his family in a maritime accident caused by flawed nautical charts, Cruikshank devotes his life to correcting them. However, his efforts are repeatedly thwarted by typographical errors and bureaucratic negligence, causing the charts to become even more riddled with mistakes. Overcome by madness, Cruikshank becomes obsessed with the idea of replacing the human brain with brass and steel, a vision that seems increasingly unattainable. This obsession serves as a cautionary tale, as Henry gradually realizes that Sumper's work is not in line with his original vision for the automaton. Instead, Sumper has embarked on a path that reflects Cruikshank's failed dreams, attempting to replicate biological processes like digestion with mechanical precision. This raises a deeper question. Is it possible to create artificial life that functions with the same exactness? And more troublingly, is such an invention morally justifiable? At this moment, the narrative shifts back to Catherine in the present, who has a sudden revelation about the automaton she has been restoring. The mechanical swan she is working on isn't meant to comfort a dying child. It's a prototype for the internal combustion engine. As she works, the elegance of the silver swan contrasts with the grim images of the Gulf of Mexico oil spill that flood her screen whenever she checks her email or the news. Through this juxtaposition, Carey illustrates the dual nature of machines, their capacity to showcase human creativity and intellect, and their equally destructive potential to harm the environment. The novel concludes with an ambiguous twist. Is the automaton a creation of extraterrestrials intent on poisoning the planet to the point where it can no longer sustain life? Or is it a foreboding critique of the ongoing industrial revolution? Carey leaves these questions unanswered, offering no clear resolution. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.